The cost of an app actually can vary greatly, and that's another reason why sometimes when you ask for a quote, it could vary a lot. It could vary depending on the approach that you take to build the app. It could vary depending on how much you want to build right from the get-go. So for a Tinder app, if they were to use the native approach, meaning they use the SDK from iOS, from Apple, and from Android, I would estimate that they would take around 4 months for each platform, right? 3 to 4 months. But that's 3 to 4 months, assuming 3 to 4 months for one platform. So you need to have 4 months for one, 4 months for Android, 4 months for iOS. And then you may have to have someone else doing the backend as well. So if you add up the whole thing, it could be up to 7-8 months to build for both platforms. Now, if you pick something that has cross-platform sort of nature to it, like React Native or Flutter, then it could shorten the time down to maybe 4 months or so. Now, we have in-house technology that we open source that actually could cut it down even further, because we have also pre-built a lot of things that can help accelerate the development. So we have actually built an app that is sort of in the Tinder space, and we were able to get it done in about 9 weeks for all three, like for iOS, Android, and backend. It really depends on who we're dealing with. If a company comes and they want to just deal with it sort of at the regular rate, we charge them $1,400 a day. So depending on how many days it goes for, we multiply that with the usual rate. Now, because this rate is not going to be something that startup can absorb or can withstand, we give them the option to say, you can also, we tell them our cost. So typically our cost is around 20 grand for 3 people, 22 grand for 3 people. And so they can basically pick between 22 grand for 4 weeks, right? So 20 days versus, the bill rate. And then they can essentially pay us pay us the difference in equity. So with this cash plus equity model, we think that it's going to help a lot of startups able to test out the ideas without having to, burn a lot of cash.